There's something we didn't discuss yet, and that's the legend. The legend is available from version 4.1. The older versions don't have it, and in the graph, in the 3D graph, it's hardly visible. That's done on purpose because it shouldn't interfere with the real graph, but to the bottom there is a small piece, and when we move the graph a little bit to the top, we can see it is a figure with 3 axes, and to the axis there are labels explaining what we are seeing in the graph. Now here we have an unusual graph, not showing the regular total assets, equity, revenue and net profit, but total asset, equity, revenue and gross profit. So that's why the green roof is so huge compared to normal graphs. We are able to put labels next to these axes to explain what's actually in this graph. Here it's still the usual total assets. That's the axis pointing from front to the rear. The equity is the width of the buildings, and the height is the revenue, and a part of the height is gross profit here, and that's the roof part. We thought about different labels for the 2 parts, but then it's not clear what is pointed to what. Here it is clear the whole axis is about revenue, and within brackets or after a slash or some other sign, the roof part can be declared. So we have 3 labels, but one label consists of 2 parts. Here is a clear example of the GSK AstraZeneca, GlaxoSmithKline AstraZeneca, and we have some other examples like this one showing the artificial reports, not the real ones. It's just an example with companies called A, B, C, D and so on, and in front there's also a legend, and for this case we call it dummy, just dummy, dummy and dummy, because there is no real meaning. But if we switch to another one showing an employment agency, an insurance company and a manufacturing company, then we see the legend is in front, and if we move it up so we can move it closer, then it shows total assets, equity, revenue, and here separated by a slash profit, the normal net profit we usually declare. The legend is also very useful if we have another application than financial information. So if we, for instance, use the graphs to visualize energy, we are able to explain in the labels what we are looking at.